Hello, welcome to Gemstone Tarot, Tuesday, 25th of October 2022. It is a new moon, partial solar eclipse in Scorpio. Look, there it is. There it is. Swing. I love that. They've just drawn a picture of a scorpion. It's like, ha, slap, have some of that. So, quite fittingly, thunder and lightning last night. Had to go and rescue Leia from the garden because, of course, I was awake. It woke me up about 4 o'clock. I'm normally awake anyway. And I could tell that Leia wasn't in and she was stuck in the garden. So I sort of opened the back door, like, Leia, like this. This cat, shwoomp, comes in like that, goes under the table. She was so grateful. She wouldn't have crossed the pathway, I don't think, if I hadn't come out and let her know it was okay. So we rescued Leia. That's all good. We are going to use, I'm just looking for it here actually. What are we going to, do you know what? Yes. Yes, I'm using Kim Krantz again because it really feels like a Kim Krantz. And I never remember the name of this. Kim Krantz, Wild Unknown Tarot, kind of a day, doesn't it? Okay, what do we need to know for this energy? There is a video if you want to watch that. It's called Solar Eclipse in Scorpio, I think. It'll be in the whatnot underneath. You can tell I'm tired. It's been a bit of a long day. Oh, got people going into the hotel. Oh, people going into the hotel. Oh. They kind of were trying the key and then they didn't go in. Very exciting stuff. They've just parked near the motorbike, and that, my friend, fortune favours the brave. And someone who parks a motorbike across the road, seemingly a bit strategically, so that only the bravest can park near it, you know, because I'm not going near it. There's a sort of notion that if you like put a foot wrong or a tyre wrong, that bike's going over. Reminds me of one morning when that actually happened. Yes, I did that one morning. It's a few years ago, and I was late for a tennis tournament in a bit of a rush and managed to knock over my neighbour's motorbike and bash my other neighbour's car when I tried to get away from the other neighbour's motorbike while they were both watching. I know. That's how I found out that my neighbour is a really good egg. They were like, oh, Gemma, come on. It's all right. Go to your tournament. I'm so sorry. Oh dear. Well, can I just say that this is a very oh my bloody God. I'm glad we're all friends here, okay? Because I feel like, oh Christ, I'm not even glittering it. I can't even, as the young people say. Let's do it. Let's just look at this. It's like a horror story. What can I say? Well, we've kind of talked about it for a while, haven't we? The energy is intense. It's intense. So we've got some intense cards. I mean, that's all there is to it. Can I just say, can you see like a little beacon in the middle is the Daughter of Cups here? Like almost like tarot kind of just was like, just remember there's this small beacon of rainbow light in the middle, because the rest of it is very tricky. So, of course, sorry, so my contact lens is a bit dodgy. We've got the Death card. Of course we have. That is the Scorpio card. And here we are. And it's quite a kind of, you know, some of the death cards in the tarot, like the Lightseers Tarot for one, and the Tarot of the Old Path, or Tarot of the Haircuts as we like to call it, they're a bit more, you know, like some of them call it rebirth and some of them call it other things, and it looks a lot nicer. And then some of them, and I appreciate this actually, like Kim Krantz, is just, we're down to the bones. We're down to the bones. Here we go. It's skeletal, it's bony, it's what life is made of. And reminds me of the book, and I've told you this before, that I used to read The Boy when he was little and I was still, you know, full of enthusiasm. I used to read him Italian children's books because I love love Italian opera and I love the noise of Italian, and I thought, it's amazing, we'll learn Italian, woohoo. And there was the one called Nam Nam, which means like that, and it was the best book. I've kept it actually. I might show it to you one day. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see it. And it was literally a life cycle book of how different animals eat each other and digest each other, and then how this kind of helps the whole cycle of life. And it's what my mum calls tooth and claw. And it turned out that the boy, being an Aries, was very interested in this side of things anyway, and ought not to be suppressed in young boys probably, or young girls, I don't know, because I've got a young boy. So I thought, right, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into the Nam Nam. We're going to get into the tooth and claw. People, that's where we are. We're into it. We're into it. We're into the tooth and claw. We're into the Three of Swords. I mean, another thing I used to do with the boy is sing Wind the Bobbin In. You know, when you do Wind the Bobbin In. Well, that's a whole different spin on Wind the Bobbin In, isn't it? Yes. It's like wind the bobbin in, you'll never wind it back again. They're not singing that at Music with Mummy, are they? This is, this is real. It's real. The energies are real. It's not necessarily bad or difficult, and I really mean that. I don't feel we can judge it either way. And I don't feel that Scorpio energy does judge either way. And the sun moves into Scorpio today, doesn't it? No, sun moved into Scorpio, God, see, 2 days ago. Right, okay, Sunday. Honestly. It's that. I can't even explain it better. And this is why Kim Krantz is a genius. Because these cards say it all. I'm going to come back to this gorgeous card in the middle. Because boy, do we need it. Now I like this. We're on to Ace of Pentacles, which I'd mistaken for Wheel of Fortune actually. So I'm quite glad, because Wheel of Fortune is a destiny card that is a bit more ephemeral, and we sort of need this log, split log. It's like, there's the log, there's the rings. Every reading that we've had recently has had the energy of something solid, something grounding through the middle of it, and we need to stay, well, you need to stay grounded. Just grounded in this energy, because the energy does have a slight feel of fizz and ephemera and, what is the word? Like vapor type energy. Like it's all out here and vapory and up there and far away and a little bit hard to catch. But this is about us keeping our feet on the ground, either like physically or metaphorically. And then what can we say? I mean, we've just gone the whole hog, haven't we? Cripes. 9 of Swords. Yes. Hey up. I mean, it's a precursor to that, isn't it? I mean, it could have been the 10. That's probably the most positive thing I can say about the 9. The 9 of Swords as well is, we are in a new moon kind of cycle, and normally that's a really good energy to be in, but I'm not sure that it suits this energy. I think when we get to the 8th of November, when we have this full moon lunar eclipse in the opposite sign of Taurus, that it's more of a release. And the 9 of Swords is exactly the card you get when you're building up to something that is in need of a release. There's a massive amount of tension. I mean, there's tension here, isn't there? You can feel that tension. And then in the middle, the Daughter of Cups, which I think equates to like the Page of Cups. Oh, I mean, it's gorgeous, isn't it? It's gorgeous energy. There is a gift within all of this. And I get, Morrissey, there is a light that will never go out. I keep getting that. And it's a beautiful thing. And that's the thing with Kim Krantz. You're so grateful for the colour. So be grateful for those, and I'm not getting gratitude tea towel on you. Be grateful for the splashes of colour. Because this is a kind of, this sort of, tooth and claw time. And the splashes of colour will be generous and helpful and engaging in whatever it is that you are kind of confronted with, I think is the right word, in Scorpio season. For an oracle card, I'm taking, and very fittingly, the Wild Unknown Archetypes. We're going Crancy on the whole thing. So this is Kim Krantz as well. There we go. Wild Unknown Archetypes, or as we affectionately know it here, as the cheese board. After dinner, we serve the cheese. Let's have the cheese, people. Let me know your favourite cheese as well in the comments section. I'm trying to think of what mine is. Oh, yeah, I know what mine is. Parmigiano Reggiano. I know that's the worst Italian accent. I love it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Can be accused of putting too much of it into my risotto, so it kind of comes out like a stretchy, gorgeous, parmesan-ridden mess. I make the best pea risotto, and I don't say that lightly because I only make about 5 things, but my pea risotto, comfort food second to none. Okay. I want to take 2. Oh, one just helped itself to the floor. God, we got loads. Okay, stuff it. We got 4. We'll deal with what we'll deal with. It's a big day. I'll have to look up a couple of them because I don't know what they mean. So, I actually do have the book here. The unseen. I think we can deal with the unseen. It's where we're at. And that's what I mean about this being hard to capture, hard to catch, hard to reach, hard to put into words, that we need to ground ourselves, because this kind of energy is under the radar. Okay, I'm going to look at the ring and the king, and not just because they rhyme, but I think they're somehow related. Okay. It's got quite a complicated system in the book here, especially for me. Let's look at the ring first. And the book is amazing, actually. The ring is an image of connectedness rather than viewing life as linear and as a series of progressive achievements. The ring challenges us to sense the cyclical, infinite nature of our world and experiences. Okay. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing ourselves as part of the cosmic circularity of creation or connection. So in other words, that life cycle we were talking about with the Nam Nam book. Interesting. And the king is like the emperor. Okay, the king is either seated in benevolence and strength, guiding you towards peace, or oppressing the weak out of a need to control. There is not much middle ground. Some think of the king as an ultimate expression of the ego, yet the great kings of mythology and history serve from an egoless place. So this is about leadership, service, appreciation, and avoiding a misuse of power. And it may just be things that you're confronting during this time, and it's probably things that have happened to you in the past that were a misuse of power. And let's just have a quick look at the vessel. Maybe the most powerful archetype form on earth. It is everywhere. Cups hold liquid, stoves hold fires, our bodies hold organs, and homes hold families. Through the simple act of separation, the vessel protects what it contains. Nests protect eggs. Savings account protect earnings. Even the planets are contained within a circular orbit. When this card appears, it's time to assess what's being held together and how. Is the vessel too tight, too loose? Is it broken? Is it empty? Is it full? Is there no vessel at all and the contents spill in every direction? It is natural for structures to be formed and eventually fall apart. The vessel has a life cycle that must be honoured. Is it time for you to build, break or repair? You must find out. Well, how very apropos, because we're talking about this life cycle, aren't we? And that's what's coming up. We're in an eclipse cycle that is like a mini life cycle. Leave me a comment, please. Let me know how this resonates. Hit the like button if it resonated with you. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.